Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching. For staying in tune. I just want to say that I am blessed to be alive, to be here. I am blessed. I'm blessed to be alive, to be here. To wake up and see another day, and just grateful, really. A lot of times I know that we can probably be ungrateful, because things are not going the way how we feel that it should go, or that we want it to go, right? Right. But we always got to remember that, like, in this world, there's a lot of people right now that are probably going through things that, like, didn't expect to go through, So we always got to thank God that we're not in other situations, because I've come to realize that, hold on, that some people, are just going through stuff they did not ask to be in. Of course they didn't ask to be in. Like, for example, like, I watch a lot of, like, news and stuff, and I just seen a video, like, of some adopted kids with, like, 3 boys. They were adopted by, a man and a lady. They would both go to church, the man and the lady. You would both see them singing in church, clapping their hands, praising God, and they had adopted 3 boys. And little did anyone know that those 3 boys were being starved. Like, half to death. Being starved half to death, to where, like, you could see that they was bones. They was bones. Like, they didn't really have no meat on them. And I'm looking over there towards my backyard, because that dog is always jumping the fence and trying to come over here and bark at me and eat me. Like, I know dog like bones, but hey. But yeah, anyways. Yeah, like, those 3 boys were suffering, they was getting tortured by this couple, And as we've all heard in this world, there's other stuff that happens to other kids, babies, get SA'd, abused, by their parents, by their adopted parents, or by their uncles, aunties, whoever, right? Right. So if you're able, like, to get up, and, like, sit outside like how I am, and you're not expecting no harm from no one, like, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. There's a lot of people in this world that are enjoying life, and there's a lot of people that are not enjoying life. They are being, misused, abused, tortured, whatever. Probably have a sickness, a disease, or something. So yeah, like, not everyone in this world is enjoying is not enjoying, like, the days how I feel like you should. If you're alive, life should be full of joy. But unfortunately, it's a lot of us that are not enjoying life, and that's just very hurtful. That's why I say, like, you should feel grateful and blessed that you're able to get up, and eat something whenever you want. You're able to walk, you're able to see, to hear, to touch, to feel, to sleep in a bed. If you have somewhere to stay, a car. It doesn't matter, like, how, your house is looking, whatever, as long as you keep it clean, whatever, should be grateful, because a lot of people don't even have what you have, and wishing and hoping that they would even have what you have. So yeah. So I am blessed. you know, to have what I have. And I feel grateful. I thank God for everything. Yeah. So you guys never feel bad about, you know, like your situation. Never feel bad about your situation, you know. Like I say, I don't know what situation you might be in, you know, or who's watching this video, you know, but I just hope you're okay. Sincerely. I just hope you are, you know, and if you are going through some kind of abuse or something, you know, seek help. You know, do know it's not your fault. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. It's just those demons that are in that person that's doing the abuse. That has nothing to do with you. So, you know, seek some help from somewhere. Get away from those people as fast as you can, you know. And too, like, a lot of us women, you know, we get into relationships, you know, without even knowing the man, you know, like on a deep level. Like, do a background check. Yeah, it's serious. Some people say it ain't that serious. No, yes, it is. It is serious. It's that serious. It's real serious. Do a background check. You know, you want to know if he's murdered anybody, you know, or have you raped, or, you know, anything, whatever. Check the background. You know, he or she, whatever, you know, vice versa. Yes, it's that serious, you know. And another thing too, in this world, women just need to, you know, like, protect themselves, you know, like, yeah, I understand, you know, you want to have sex and whatever, you know, but hey, having it with the wrong person will cost you your peace. All right. So I believe, you know, like, a lot of, you know, moms need to talk to their daughters, you know, and sons, to, hey, don't just be getting pregnant out here just because you think you like someone and they making you feel like you're the best person in the world they've ever had within 2 months. No, it takes more than 2 months to get to know someone. It takes a whole year. It can take more than a year, you know, through all seasons, all year long. Get to know the person. There won't be so many broken families in this world, dysfunctional families. There won't be children without fathers. You know, because a lot of these, you know, men out here that are having kids too, they are not healed. They fighting demons, you know, they are not healed. You know, and then there goes the woman trying to protect, you know, her children from the own father. And now everybody looking at her weird, like, well, why is she hiding the kid from the dad? Well, shit. There's something she knows about him. So, yeah. And yeah, they can go vice versa, you know, to the woman too, whatever. You know, but yes, this world is not a joke. This world is not a joke. And I think a lot of us have took it lightly, you know, all because we didn't have a strong foundation. And that strong foundation, yeah, can come from, you know, your parents, you know, knowledge, wisdom, you know, it's all in the Bible, you know. Like, as soon as I started reading the Bible, I started seeing this and that, and I was like, oh my goodness. I was supposed to be slapped with the Bible ever since I was a kid. Here, read it. So, yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.